We are live on YouTube. Or how Bruce Buffer said, "We are live."
Who would say?
Bruce Buffer.
He was trying to mimic Bruce Buffer.
No, he said Broody. That's what I heard.
Broobity.
Broody.
Fail.
What up with y'all?
Yeah.
What up with y'all?
What's up, guys?
Man, I'm kind of sleepy, man. Going front, man. Y'all started this shit kind of late, man. Put y'all on blast, huh? Everybody gonna find out.
It's that food, bro. That food puts you out to sleep, bro.
Actually, yeah, I did eat the whole thing.
It's that.
I ate all the fries and the whole
high on
quarter
fat
pounder.
and protein, so it's bound
You're
to
high and fat on protein. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
gotta get rid of that fat.
I'm just kidding, bro. Nah, but for real, I'm kind of sleepy.
I think we all
might
are,
be
bro.
the food, but I'm also trying to catch up on sleep, bro. It's been a long, hectic weekend.
Yeah, for all of us.
But you know, the sports world is going crazy. You know, NFL second week in the NFL.
It's actually third week.
Yeah.
Third
But
week.
we're starting off
yeah,
with soccer, man.
No, I know. I'm
so-
just hold up, bro.
Take us there,
Hold
man.
up. Let me introduce everything, man. You know what I'm saying? NFL. You know, a media day, and then we had soccer going crazy. You know, got new photos of Messi out there looking crazy in the PSG gray, and then
you mean black?
it's like I think it was like a gray black charcoal type
black.
thing.
It's an Antracite.
It's a black jersey.
Whatever Mauricio said, Marvin. And we had a crazy UFC weekend too that we're gonna have to go back and talk about that soon. But damn, man, Manny, what's the jump off, Manny?
Well, Manchester United had a
Of course,
rough week.
Of course, they had a rough week, man.
Yeah.
You know, the man's coming back down to earth.
No, I don't think it's actually Ronaldo.
It's Ronaldo, bro.
Nah, it's the
He's
coach.
coming back down to earth, bro.
Nah, it's the coach, bro.
No, it's the coach. It's always a god, man.
It's the coach. The coach is not good, bro.
¿Quién es esa voz?
I think he's trash,
¿Quién
to
es
be
esa voz?
honest.
Someone that commented on our video saying you should have me too. I'm like, what?
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 Me too, about what?
We got a fan?
They replied.
fan.
They replied on the Sweet Surrenders. But continue.
Nah, you
Interesting.
interrupted my whole flow. I'm like,
Well, Manny did. I mean,
Man.
Enzo did.
I was like, what's going on? Yeah, no, they had a rough week. On Wednesday they lost. Last Wednesday they lost
Rosenberg.
against West Ham. They got eliminated from the EFL Cup, which is not a big cup, honestly. I don't even care about that cup. I care more about the FA Cup. They got eliminated from that. They were 10 men down from like minute 35, so it was bound to happen. And then this weekend they faced Aston Villa. And against Aston Villa, we had two guys go down, which was crazy. Our left back got injured at like minute 35. Our top center back got injured like at minute 60-something. So we lost two big players, and also the tactics weren't good. They ended up losing. They're still not bad. They're in fourth place, but still, already it's like the demand, can the coach actually do good tactics for the team? Because he has the squad. It's just, can he actually manage that squad? That's what it's come down to right now. And then Man City ends up beating Chelsea. Very interesting because Chelsea is a way more stacked squad than Man City. And they ended up losing 1-0 to Man City, so that was an interesting thing. The other thing was interesting was Liverpool. They played Brentford, and Brentford is a bottom of the table team.
I need to ask you. Get to the juicy stuff. Where's the Barcelona news, bro?
They tied against Cadiz.
No, I'm asking you. Get to the juicy stuff. Get to it, bro. Because ain't nobody want to care about Real Madrid or the other guys. We want to hear about Man U and Barcelona, bro. It's the only teams. So, I don't know, bro. You tell me. You're the soccer expert.
You were excited to get there. You must know something.
No, I'm asking you. I know it's 3-0, right? We beat.
Okay, yeah, all right.
But
Who'd you beat?
was it? I'm not sure, bro. I didn't watch that because after Messi left, I've been keeping up with PSG a little more. But yeah, no, for real. Did that kid have a hat trick?
No.
How many scores did he go?
He just scored one goal.
Just it?
That's it.
That's why the media's getting all these Barcelona fans getting hyped because he scored one goal.
First of all, they got hyped because he just came back from a knee injury that took him out for 10 months.
Really?
This was his first time playing after 10 months. He got subbed in mid-game, and then he scored a goal. So that's a good debut back.
Is it?
It shows that he can produce in the future.
Or not now?
Well, we'll see if he can do anything now.
You got one goal, right?
We'll see.
What level of competition was their opponents?
I mean, I don't.
As far as that division that they're in, and
Well, that was it was just a mid-table team.
also it's like it's expected.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with Messi's injury? Is it an injury?
I don't think so.
What do you think it is?
He could be faking it. I mean,
Faking it, eh?
yeah. I mean, you already know that he was subbed off out of a game that he didn't want to be subbed on. He didn't play this week. It's a possibility that he could be faking it. That's what I think about it.
But what would he be gaining from faking it, or what is he trying to?
Well, the PSG are famous for sacking their coaches. He might not be getting along with Pochettino's tactics, and Mauricio Pochettino
Mauricio Wichotino?
is a coach that hasn't won any any major trophies with the team. Like he's good at developing squads. Like he can get a mid-table team and make it a top squad, but he's never the type of coach that will, get you that league or that Champions League trophy. He's not known for that.
Got you. Interesting. It's very interesting. Anything else in soccer world?
Nah, that's it.
What about do you follow anything with the MLS? I know Galaxy's on a losing streak.
I don't follow MLS.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, they're gonna.
I know some people might be
cancel
offended,
us, bro.
but I don't follow MLS.
They're gonna cancel us, bro. You gotta keep up with the MLS. Bro.
Nah,
At least
I don't.
Galaxy, bro. Galaxy or LAFC?
Nah, I don't follow any of them.
Galaxy or LAFC, bro?
I don't follow any of them.
Bro,
It's true.
turn this guy's mic off. You don't follow.
Sure.
Galaxy.
Turn it off.
Is there anything you guys can tell me about like what's the next step for the World Cup? Because I know we had a bunch of international plays soon. So is there something you can tell me about that, Manny?
Didn't El Salvador play?
Because I know the World Cup is later, like at the end of the year this year, isn't it?
No, it's 2022.
Didn't El Salvador play?
But isn't it
weekend?
going into this next year? Though is my question.
Yeah, next year. But it's
the beginning of the
summer.
year.
We're qualifying right now. Everybody's qualifying.
Everybody's qualifying.
So
We're
the El Salvador
playing
play this
summer.
weekend?
In summer of 2022, that's where the World Cup would happen.
Did El Salvador play this weekend? bro?
Actually, I'm tripping because I remember seeing something else.
No, it can't happen in the beginning because the league isn't done. The leagues aren't done. The Champions League isn't done. It's always done during summer. Like June, July. That's when the World Cup would be. Of 2022.
Interesting.
Damn, New
Because
York.
right here I'm seeing that it starts in November of 2022. Because remember, we're in Qatar.
I mean, if they have to do it because of weather reasons, I mean, at the same time, that would screw over the clubs if they did that.
COVID already screwed over those clubs, bro.
No, like what I'm
Just
saying is
saying.
their leagues.
Yeah, because I'm surprised you don't know about this. Because it starts in November 21st, 2022, and it goes to December 18th,
Is that a shot at his
2022.
pride, bro?
No, it's just because I had heard that it was going to be in December because it's in Qatar. That's why I'm just like, I'm kind of a little shocked that you don't know this, man.
No, for me, it's usually in June, but if that's what it says, then that's what it says.
Yeah, it's saying right here the FIFA 2022 FIFA World Cup will be held from 21st of November to the 18th of December 2022, Qatar.
All right.
That's why I was wondering, like, what's the next step for that? And I was like, I thought it was this year in, like, towards the end of the year. But I knew it was going to be at the end of the year at some point. And it's next year. So that's interesting. But that takes me to the waves because that was a wave, I feel like. Anthony Joshua,
Hold
bro.
up. You hadn't answered the question. Did El Salvador play this weekend?
El Salvador did not play this weekend.
So, I saw that one fool's Instagram.
Okay, so yeah, Anthony Joshua. Tell me about that, Enzo. You know, since you're more of the boxing guy here, I just know that.
Damn, I don't even know how you had it on there. He lost on Saturday, and then there was a controversial.
The bell stopped like 5 seconds early.
stoppage, and a lot of people caught it on video. He's actually like the face of London, so the fact that it was in London, there might be a reason why they stopped the round prematurely because he's about to get his ass knocked out.
So you think they don't want to see their hero fall?
Say what? Isidros? I didn't even hear that name. The guy that he fought? Is that what you're talking about?
No, what I'm saying is that they didn't want to see their hero fall.
Oh, I heard something else. I was like, what? No, my bad. Somebody hit me up with some emergency shit. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Nah, bro. That's what I feel like every time, even when against Andy Ruiz, bro, it was like that. But Andy Ruiz, when they had the rematch, it was this thing where he was on a bicycle the whole fight, and he didn't want to fight head up against him. So, but I don't know, bro. That loss means that he's not gonna fight Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. That's for sure.
What about the Canelo standoff? What did you think about that face off?
It's expected, bro. Canelo's a guy on top right now. Nobody's really gonna take him.
What'd you think of his quickness of hitting him open palm?
Like I said, it's expected, bro. It's Canelo, bro. He's the guy on top right now.
He's in dress shoes though.
You're still a boxer, bro. You see what Conor did?
I'm trying to tell you how
You tell me what you think about it.
How good he looks just
bro,
on dress shoes.
Did you see?
A normal person would slip on dress shoes trying to do that.
Nah, bro, they're dress shoes. You know what I mean? They're not. It's not that hard to hold your. It's not like they're heels, bro. Come on now.
That bottom is still very slippery for the fast movement.
Nah. I mean, I've seen mad
He's
people.
used to J's, bro, so he has good grip, you know.
I mean, bro, it's not even about the shoe. It's about the stance. He's a boxer. He knows, especially if he's gonna be in a face to face with another opponent, and then you initiate the contact by shoving him.
Well, he initiated it because the guy talked about his mother.
I mean, yeah, but it's the boxing, bro. It's like.
I mean, from what Canelo said, I don't even think he talked about his mother. The guy said motherfucker, and he took it as him talking about his mother. So I don't know if he.
And then, what do you think about the
misinterpreted
cut? Do you think the cut stops the fight? What ends up happening?
Nah. Why would the cut stop the fight?
Well, you never know. I mean, if he has that cut by the time it's time to actually box, do you think that prevents it from actually going through?
Nah, bro, it's not gonna stop anything. It's just a cut, flesh wound. It's like I don't know if it was the glasses that did it though, bro, because it wasn't for sure. I doubt Canelo has nails that are that long, because if you look at the footage, it was like a swing, and then it was
they were open,
it was a combo,
open palms, yeah.
But remember, if you look at the footage,
he has the glasses.
He has his glasses on, so
yeah.
The fact that it was that fast, I don't know. I feel like Canelo's he's the guy on top right now, bro.
But then now he has that scar tissue there, though, so that can open up during the fight as well.
Yep, true. But I'm gonna take it to a different direction here. So right now, the Angels have lost their the best player right now.
One over though. What is that?
I'll get back to that.
Oh, okay.
Mike Trout is out for the season. He only played 36 games this season, and it's in the season where Shohei Ohtani's taking off. And man, they have two great players. Actually, a third one, I forget his name, but they have three really good players on their team. But they have no pitching, besides Ohtani. But they have no pitching, and it just goes to play that they're in a big market and they're just trashing these players. And the whole talk about it is that next season a lot of these players are going to request a trade. Do you think the Dodgers should go ahead and pick up Mike Trout?
Who would they give up for him?
Bets.
I mean,
I think they would keep Betts. I think they'd probably
there.
give up like Bellinger, things like that. Especially Bellinger's been having a horrible season, but the potential of him is like huge as fuck,
Yeah, no, I can see them going out for him, but it's just like, what are you gonna give up to get him? Because we already gave up a lot of our farm, so it's not like you can offer the farm to try to get him.
Yeah, they probably give up someone like Gavin Lux as well. And then we still have.
What about that guy that beat up his girlfriend?
Who?
The Dodger player.
He's talking about Bauer.
Oh,
he traded his ass.
It's funny. There's actually another player on the Dodgers that got accused of that.
Really?
Julio Urias.
Really?
Yeah.
Manny, how do you feel about that?
That happened to him once. He had an altercation with his girlfriend, and he went to jail for a night.
That just happened. That just happened to John
But he was
Jones.
acquitted, wasn't he?
Hmm?
he was
Oh, you don't
acquitted
got
of
that
it.
on the way,
Yeah, I
too.
don't think she pressed charges, but you know, I'm just saying
Exactly.
like
there's a difference.
no, I'm just saying that they've both been in that.
Scenario.
realm.
Yeah,
Similar scenario.
and Julio Urias has served a suspension for it too. So yeah, and then the Dodgers right now we're about 8 games out of the season ending, and they're something's can happen where they're gonna play 163rd game for them to then play or win the division or something like that, because they're like basically tied up with the Giants right now. So it's either game 163 or the wild card. And either way, it's a 1-game sudden death. And the whole thing right now is, who do you pitch? Do you pick Max Scherzer or do you pitch Bueller? I'm gonna ask you, Byron. Who do you think? Would you pitch Bueller or Max Scherzer?
Between them two?
Yep. On a 1-game like scenario where it's do or die.
Well, the ace is Bueller.
He's Bueller's
but
an
something
ace.
tells me to go with Scherzer.
Scherzer's technically the Cy Young. He's in the running for Cy Young this year.
And then I would choose Scherzer just
It's crazy.
because he's a good pitcher, and you win the next game. You just be
I got Connor pitching for the Dodgers.
Bro, you saw that pitch?
Exactly why I'm saying that.
Bro. So which pitch do you think was worse? That or 50 Cent? Connor's 50 Cent.
Show me 50 cents again.
It goes
50 cents was bad. Like, really bad. And then, who do you guys think has had the best first pitch? Nobody?
George Bush.
I was about to say it.
Who?
George Bush.
He did have a good pitch.
9/11. After 9/11, he went to go pitch in Yankee Stadium and threw a strike.
Did he?
From the mound or from like closer up?
Let's check it out.
Because there's some people that go closer up.
Oh, that motherfucker at the mound, bro. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
George Bush and Joe Biden look like cousins,
Bruh.
but it's all connected. Who's to say?
He threw it from the mound, my guy.
That was a nice swing.
You mean
a
pitch?
nice throw,
Yeah.
nice swing, huh?
So that's
Mhm.
that one. Let's look up.
Manny clearly has his sports fucked up.
Yep.
I mean, he's still swinging baseball, so he's not wrong.
Swinging a baseball, really?
You can swing the baseball bat, dummy.
Baseball or baseball bat?
Baseball bat,
That's how you
bat.
corrected yourself,
Baseball
dummy.
bat, bat.
That's how
Baseball
you
bat. It's the
corrected
same
yourself?
thing.
No. Okay, bro. Really?
Baseball bat?
You said baseball initially.
No, I said baseball bat.
Really, bro?
Yes.
Okay, bro. That's what you said.
For the Mets? Come on, bro.
Who?
Somebody used to pitch. I remember.
Yeah, know where the catcher's at.
Who? So he just went the opposite direction.
That was bad.
I would say 50 cents was worse, bro.
Yeah, because he was wearing a jersey and Connor was
Put
wearing a
Theo
suit.
Vaughn's, bro.
Nah, it's not about that, bro.
Who?
It's about
Theo
it's-
Vaughn's.
Yeah, I would say it was definitely about that.
Look, it's at least, bro. How do you go in, like, it goes in the opposite direction of where you're, at least Connor's went inside and his went totally outside. So it's
Different
like,
throwing hands too, bro.
what do you mean? It's
Connor's left and the other guy's right.
they both look like they both threw it from the same hand.
Left hand. I threw it his left too. That was way worse, bro.
Okay, what are we, bro?
That's why I said for me, I think Connor his jacket fucked him up. This guy Blaney just let the
Exactly.
ball go.
So if this fool, if he didn't have his jacket, he probably would have
Bad
thrown it.
release time.
Yeah, but this fool's like, how you
And
release
his
it from
stance.
there?
His stance and bad release time.
Bad release time for sure.
Yeah, but his stance as well. He has a bad stance.
Yup.
That was bad.
But I want to ask you guys about sports betting. Have you guys ever tried it? Do you guys will you guys try it?
Yeah, I want to try it.
It's a growing thing. I
Well,
got a text message this week from my bookie, and it said bet if there's gonna be blood tonight on UFC 266. I was like sick with it. But yeah, man, I'm just wondering because there's gonna be a point where we're gonna be going to sports games, and you can probably bet at the sports game. There's gonna be booths or some kind of thing you could bet on your phone, all that type of thing. And my question is how
Not legal in California.
it's going to be. It's going to be. I'm not without a doubt. But my question to you guys is, what sports will you guys bet on?
Basketball.
Yep. There's so many things you can bet on basketball. How many free
Horse racing.
throws? How many?
Who who scores first?
Yeah.
They'll
No,
get a
I can't. I
triple-double.
can't.
But you
Do,
know
I
what's
can't
funny?
do the soccer one because
Everyone-
El Salvador already did me dirty a few years ago.
I'm no betting expert but from the people who I talk to that do that kind of stuff, they say that those type of bets are like the worst bets to go after.
Which ones?
When it's like who's gonna score first and things like that. The best thing to do is, from what I heard, is basically go for the winners. And over and unders are also a good one. So how if a certain player will throw over and under certain yards or things like that. But I've wanted to explore it, but I hate to lose money.
It becomes addictive.
Definitely.
That's why you have to understand and go into it knowing that whatever you're giving away is basically you're giving it away.
I remember when we were in Vegas, the Lakers were playing, I believe, Denver, and I told myself I feel like they're gonna lose this game. They're riding hot, and I feel like someone was out that game too, and I'm like, they're gonna lose this game. I think LeBron was out that game, and when I was there and I was looking at the sports book, I was like, should I bet against my own team right now?
And they won.
Nah, the Lakers lost.
Nah, I remember
They lost.
I was there when they played Dallas. I was in Vegas when they played Dallas for the day and night tour or that event. And Danny Green hit a 3 to take us to overtime, and then we beat him. And I was in Vegas that weekend too. Like, fuck, I should have gone to bed.
Yep. But man, Byron, tell me about week 3 of the NFL season.
Where do you want to start first?
I don't know. Tell us about it, bro.
Tell me about your Saints, bro. Tell me about your
Alright,
Saints, man.
Week 3. So
Let's
we
not talk
played-
about the Broncos though.
Week 3, they played the Patriots, and it was a good game. Defense came through.
Los Patriotas.
That kid Mac Jones, he has potential, man. But he came across a really good defense. We had our top cornerback, Marshall Lattimore, back. He had interception. He's the highest paid corner.
The reason why
right
the
now, too.
Patriots lost was because they had Meek Mill and Lil Baby at the sideline.
Oh, they were there.
And all the Patriot players were distracted because they had the rappers there. You know what I'm saying? So it's distracting, man. That's why they lost.
I didn't even notice they were there.
And then if you saw the pregame, you know, the way that James Winston was talking, looking like Marlon.
Oh, the huddle?
Yeah, bro, that dude's a clown, dog. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, look at your teammate, looking right at him. I've got his back. Like, what the fuck? That dude is he's comedy, bro. And that's why I want to say that Manny should become a Saints fan, because that guy's comedy. Dry humor, just like he likes it.
Nah,
All right,
I'm
let's
good.
forget you then, bro. Turn off his mic.
Oh.
Turn it back off. Anywho,
But it was a good game.
you watched the
2-1.
whole thing?
Yeah.
What was the highlight that you think that, the Saints are in the right direction?
Their defense, bro. 3 interceptions. I think they have 6 or 7 interceptions in like 3 games already.
Okay.
It's impressive.
I'm really impressed by the defense.
I've just been watching the scoreboard when the games are on. Haven't really caught one on. You've been watching them on the
Okay.
streams, right?
Yeah, I stream.
Yeah, I haven't seen nothing like that. That's why.
I could give you a couple links if you want.
Nah, I'd rather wait when they're on like Fox.
National TV.
Yeah. But how about them Cowboys?
They are currently beating the Eagles 21-41.
21
Oh,
to 41.
Yes, sir.
Damn. The Packers won yesterday.
The Packers.
That was
That
an
was a
intense
good
game.
That was
game
an
against the
intense game
49ers.
yesterday. Aaron Rodgers was on his toilet seat. Saw him sitting on the sideline like, oh shit, am I gonna win?
Yeah, and then they made it. Another good game was the Rams and the Buccaneers. They were hosting the defending world
Brady.
champions.
Brady brought
Put him in his ass, bro.
Brady brought on.
I think the first time he gets
Aaron-
sacked this year.
Aaron Donald was putting on his ass.
Mhm.
It was LeBron James was there, Dr. Trey. We
Yeah.
had Carmelo there.
Sick.
We had a star-studded event. Would you guys go to a Rams game?
It's expensive as fuck, bro. But
Really?
Hell yeah. Even if for like a lower tier game, it's pretty expensive. But I at some point I would probably for a preseason game I'll start off like that. I'll be honest with you, because I ain't paying all that money to go see the Rams.
But if they're playing your Broncos,
It's gonna be extremely expensive.
so
Extremely
it's an
expensive.
experience. It's an experience. It's your Broncos.
If I'm being honest with you, if I'm gonna go see the Broncos play, I'd rather travel to Denver and watch them play.
But that's way more expensive.
But I'd rather pay for that experience if I'm being honest with you. But I don't know. I won't leave it out of the possibility.
Man, are you gonna go?
I
with
would
him
not.
if he goes.
I've been to a Rams game.
Not the SoFi Stadium.
Oh,
I went when they were playing in the Coliseum, yeah.
Ooh, we told you went when they were playing in the Coliseum, fool. You didn't go there.
I actually have never been there. How is that stadium, man?
How is it, man? Because I've never been there either. Just drove by it.
Well, when they were playing there, where I sat, where they had like some type of bleachers instead of inside the stadium, so I was on the home back end. So
Would they play that game? Do you remember?
they played the Cardinals.
Division game.
And that was the year that they went to the Super Bowl against the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And then they beat the Cardinals, if I'm not mistaken, like 42-0. Yeah, it was a slaughter.
Dope.
Yeah, I still can't believe that you don't really fuck with NFL.
So
teams,
they basically they hold them. Were they scoreless? The Cardinals?
Yeah.
Damn, that's just like how the Broncos won this weekend. They kept the Jets scoreless.
really?
3-0. Yes.
Another good game was that Chargers and the Chiefs
Yep,
game.
I was
yo.
about to say that Chargers and Chiefs.
Who
Chargers
won that game?
The Chargers.
Damn,
My homies got
Chiefs
picked
are,
off.
The Chiefs are what?
1 and 2.
Damn.
Just
Broncos
like
are-
the
Broncos are
Seattle
3-0?
Seahawks. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And the Raiders won
how's
as
Teddy
well.
Bridgewater doing?
Teddy Two Gloves. He's throwing TDs, homie. Let me look up how many
Okay,
he has
homie.
exactly. Teddy Bridgewater.
Is that right, homie?
He currently has total of 4 touchdowns in 3 games.
Tenés sueño ojo también.
Sure.
Didn't you guys lose a wide
What the
receiver, Mark?
fuck? That fool to throw 0 touchdowns yesterday. That's a trip.
He said sure.
What happened?
Didn't you guys lose a wide receiver due to injury?
We did, but it's all good. Next man up. It's a meritocracy. That's how it works in
And then the Raiders won.
the Raiders.
So they're 3-0 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raider fans must be happy. 3-0.
It must be. But for the next week coming up, the Saints got the Giants
Where?
in
First home game.
first official home game
After the hurricane?
Yep.
So the stadium wasn't impacted?
You know what happened last time there was a
Yeah, it's
hurricane in
on
New
yours.
Orleans, right, guys?
New Orleans.
You guys remember last time there was
Tell them.
You tell them.
What's about?
Exactly. Tell Mauricio to at whose expense? Ask Mauricio at whose expense.
Who they beat Mauricio? I forgot.
It's all good. It's been a long ass time.
Who did he beat Mauricio?
Yeah, let's
Repeat-
see if y'all
answer the- answer the-
Let's see if you guys can get
answer
past the Rams
question.
this year.
Answer the question.
Let's see if y'all can get past the Rams this year. That's my answer.
Man, we can't get past the Vikings first of all.
Or the Rams.
So get your teams right.
You can't. You guys
But you
didn't beat
can't
the
tell me-
Rams.
y'all-
That was the
you
last. That
couldn't-
was the
you
guy.
couldn't tell me who
That
Manny
was the
couldn't
team
get
that kept
Manny
you
couldn't
out of
get
the.
over.
That was the team that kept you out of the Super Bowl that year.
Manny,
That's the
That
team-
that was your year that year, man.
That was the team. That was the year that the
Cállate.
team paid the refs
cállate.
Nah,
This
bro,
guy.
that was just the year that
with that
Saints
with that
lost.
with that blatant
that
no
that
call.
guy got put on a Waffle House frying pan. That's what happened.
So,
Good times.
poner la lista.
What's next?
Broncos got the Ravens.
It's gonna be a good one, man.
It's gonna be a good one. Steelers.
Who's
Packers.
home at?
Ooh,
Who?
Steelers Packers. That's the Super Bowl rematch right there.
Aren't Steelers losing? They're having
Yeah,
bad.
they're 1 and 2.
A lot of
Yeah.
teams are 1 and 2 right now. That's why, honestly, the Broncos being 3-0.
The first 3
I'm gonna be
games.
honest with
Season
you.
start early,
Yeah, honestly,
First,
I don't even.
not
wanna
even.
Put too
I would
much-
say the first 4 games of the season is you can't put too much emphasis on.
I would
it.
say the first 5 to 6 games actually at some point. Once you start getting to like
Está
week 7,
bajando.
you really know what's good because that's when teams start taking buys and shit like that. Like, yeah, bro, I'm being honest with you. Like, I would say after the 5th week, you really know what's up. You really see who are contenders because like
so
the
whoever's
because
5-0,
the Broncos,
that's who you
the
see.
Broncos. If I'm being honest with you, we played the Jaguars and we
Just
played the
answer
Jets.
question. So
We've
by the
played
time
really
you're
bad
5-0
teams.
is the time that you're like, oh, okay, they're gonna do good.
Dude, there was a year that the Broncos went 5-0 with Trevor Siemian, and then they just ended the season 8-9.
Yeah, I remember.
It could be like that, bro.
Mm.
Hot starts,
said
and
by
then
the
there was a
hot starts.
There was a season when the Saints lost like their first 3 games, and then they turned around 10 straight
Mhm.
games
Mhm.
or 9 straight games.
It just
Yep.
goes like that,
and then they
bro.
fucking around and lose to the Vikings in the fucking playoffs, and then I fucking go around and shoot Byron in the face because it's his fault because he didn't root hard enough.
Diggs, sideline, touchdown. That year?
But
Yep, when the guy
anywho,
ducked like a
we're gonna
little
try to see if we can flirt to convert Manny into a football
But you
fan.
know the interesting thing that we're talking about before the podcast was that
Mhm.
LeBron James says that he was being recruited to play by Jerry Jones.
He's a Cowboys fan, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean that's America's team supposedly.
He said he considered playing with either the Cowboys or the Seahawks in 2011 during the lockout
So you contemplated changing sports completely?
because of the lockout. They didn't know if the NBA season was actually going to even happen. So, what would you guys think? I mean, put it this way: 2011. I don't think
he
the
hadn't played football though in like so many years.
think about it. He would have won a Super Bowl because
What?
the Seahawks. Because if he would have chose the Seahawks, he would have won a Super Bowl. They won a Super Bowl in 2012.
Who asked him to be on the team?
He was deciding between
They said
Cowboys.
Jerry
Jerry Jones
Jones?
asked him, but today he was talking about it
Pete Carroll
on
off.
Monday Night Freeway. Yeah, Pete Carroll sent
What? I
yep.
didn't hear about that. I just knew Jerry Jones. That's why I was like,
Mhm.
what the fuck?
That's what he
The
said today.
Seahawks.
He said that's true. Jerry Jones offered me a contract. Pete Carroll did as well in Seattle during our lockout time. It definitely got my blood flowing again, my mind racing again about the game of football. Being out there on Sundays, we were able to get a deal done in the NBA, and I was able to get back on the court in no time. But I definitely thought about it. I still got the jersey too. The Jerry and Pete Carroll sent me from 2011. Quote from LeBron James from tonight on Monday Night Football, with Peyton Manning and Eli Manning.
That's an interesting fact.
Fun fact, mother. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah,
Pon a la lista.
that's where we're at there. I want that's basically transition me to the NBA. I'm gonna take it there. I want to go there first. All right,
14 roster
I
spot.
want to ask you about that. I don't. Again, I'm
Austin Rivers.
Austin Rivers, Austin
Reeves.
Reeves.
Reeves, my boy.
Reeves.
All right.
Tienes dueño el niño.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, bro, he just doesn't give a fuck.
Es los Lakers. ¿Cómo que no gonna give a fuck?
Didn't?
No,
Le vale madre.
le vale madre
Le vale madre.
el Reeves.
I mean, what's so good about him? What position does he play? I haven't even
He's gonna
looked
be a
into
shoot-
him, bro.
He's being signed because he's gonna be a shooter that can stretch the floor.
So fill in the gap for what Marc Gasol was doing.
No, he's gonna be a shooter. Marc Gasol was a facilitator center.
Para que veas,
He's a
Jerote.
playmaker shooter.
Because I know that he was in our G League.
Bro, just think about it like this. They're trying to do like another
Yeah,
Caruso,
Caruso
but maybe
or
with different tendencies. Who knows?
Taylor Hornet
to fit the needs of
Defense. That's defense. Way to pick the ball out. Watch this.
What does he do? I want to see like how he plays.
he's cutting, bro. Like I'm telling you,
Slasher.
that's Alex Caruso. He's energy guy, bro.
Yeah,
He moves
move
around.
the court. Yeah,
You just put him
And he's
around
got good
LeBron.
size.
he's
He's
6'5",
got
right?
high basketball IQ.
Yep.
6'5". Am I right? I think is his height.
I look that up.
Look at
right
that
now.
shooting. Look at that. Look at that form, bro. Straight white boy. Good defense.
Yeah, because that was horrible.
He is 6'5", 206
He didn't
pounds.
shoot that.
He
He
has
blocked
good
it.
awareness.
Out of Wichita State, and he
That
went
was
to
a
the
nice-
Oklahoma
that was a
Sooners
nice
as well. I
block.
think he was a walk-on.
Another block. Look at that shooter. Boom.
Around LeBron, that's deadly. And Westbrook, deadly. And Rondo, deadly.
Well, we'll see how he plays in the
Carmelo.
NBA, though. I mean, this is G League.
It's NBA talent, bro.
Man.
I'm surprised they didn't try to go for Avery Bradley.
Nah, bro, you don't have to spend as much money on this.
Exactly.
And it's natural talent, bro. Like
Get to develop him.
that's the thing about the Lakers right now, man. Since they're all on minimum contracts and all, they're gonna want to save money as much as possible.
Because of
And on top
luxury
of that-
tax and all that.
Yeah, so that puts more stress or pressure, you can say, on the scouting department.
Put it de verga. Mira her charge.
Yep.
That's a team player right there, man.
Yep.
Nah, I fuck with him. He's gonna be a good
yeah,
pickup.
that's a good pickup for sure.
Exactly. When I found out the Lakers got him, I went to see the highlights like you're watching right now, and I was impressed because I was like, and then go to his college ones. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Got a nice little stroke. Pause.
Pausa. So tomorrow the Lakers have their media day, so we'll be hearing a lot of interviews.
Did you guys hear that Rob Pelinka said that by a certain day next month, October 17th, I think
Everybody
he said
be vaccinated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting, because then we got like the Nets that Kyrie Irving
Yep.
missed out on his media day because he's gonna actually miss off on home games also.
Andrew Wiggins too.
Andrew Wiggins on San Francisco. I feel like there's a couple other players that are doing the same.
Because they're not vaxxed.
Yeah, they're not believing in the vaccination shits. It's America, man.
America.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing those pictures tomorrow with, the big three of LeBron, AD, and Russell Westbrook, seeing Carmelo in those jerseys. 'Cause that's what's going to happen tomorrow. Going to get all those pictures and stuff like that.
And then NBA
This
starts
is LeBron's,
in
what, 17th season or 18th season
Bro,
now?
19th season.
19th
dog.
season.
18th season was last year.
Damn. That is
The
ridiculous.
NBA starts in 2 weeks, right? 2-3 weeks.
Preseason starts this Sunday.
Really?
Yes, against the Nets.
Dope.
So bench players.
No.
Nah, first half is gonna be
Yeah.
the starters. Second
12:30 during the English service.
half. Yo, what is it gonna be in Lakers?
Yes.
How much are those tickets?
$1,000.
Really?
No, he's just throwing that.
That's
He
m-
says
That's
that
my
all the
price for
time.
everything, bro.
Yeah.
How much you owe me? $1,000. Someone's gonna say, "I like one time I was hearing this. This is a fun fact. One time this guy Shaq said he was I'm gonna just be random facts about Shaq being nice throughout the podcast, guys.
Bro, they're
Not today.
cheap.
But Shaq basically said
The cheapest one is $59.
Shaq-
Proof of vax test may be required. That's what it says.
Shaq basically asked his waiter. He's like, all right. When he sat down, he was like, the faster you gave my food, the faster I tip you, or the more I tip you, right? And then he tells at the end of the service, he's like, all right, how much do you want me to tip you? And then this fool says, $4,000, and that fool tipped him $4,000.
You're lying.
That's what Shaq said. So I'm like, damn, bro. Got always name your price. That's why I say $1,000. Just never know. Someone might just whip out the cash. Pause.
It's kind of like what me and
Also whip
that's,
it out.
it's off topic. That's what me and Byron learned today at the shop. Remember, Byron?
Yeah.
Don't take your no as God's no, right? Porque nunca sabes, ¿verdad?
God.
Nunca sabes, ¿verdad? El de verga ahí está, ¿verdad? Y Dios te ayude.
Don't take a no from a person that doesn't have a power to tell you yes.
So what do you guys expect
Deep.
out of that first game, though? Seeing that we have a guy like Austin Reeves, and you could say all these players like Tory Tucker that are gonna be playing off the bench. I think in this game we're gonna be able to compare benches versus benches. You know what I mean? Which is a very important part in these two teams. Would you guys agree?
Not really.
What? Oh, bro, those are the players who hit the shots. Those are the players you don't expect to hit the shots. You know
Nah,
what I mean?
because they're still gonna have the starters playing the first half. So like it's gonna be first half starters against
That's what I'm saying.
starters.
And then at
And
the second half,
gonna be bench players against bench players.
So-
I mean, that's not what you
and
just
if
said.
we're
You just said the
evaluating-
whole game's gonna be about bench players. So I was like, bruh,
But they're not really going to go for it.
they're still gonna play fucking a solid 12 minutes each.
Nah, bench players are going for it. You know why? Because they're
Get
playing
roster spot
roster
and
spots.
time, yeah.
and
Right,
minutes,
but I'm
bro.
saying
And minutes.
the players are gonna like LeBron's gonna play 6 minutes each quarter for the first 2 quarters. 12 minutes out the game, 15 minutes out the game. That's Mando. The one that I feel out of the big three that's gonna play the most is gonna be Russell, in my opinion. And if you guys want to bet on who's gonna have the most minutes on the first,
He's going to have a
preseason
triple
game,
double by
He gonna have 5, 5, and 5, 5 by 5 minutes. Hey, but you know what? I was watching this thing where they were talking with Gilbert Arenas. I forgot who else, and they were
Arenas.
talking about Russell and how a lot of people say that he be trying to stat pat with his rebounds and all that, and then they're explaining how in the NBA and just rebounding in general is not an easy task to do, and that this guy he's had games where he has 22 rebounds. So giving him props, it's dope to hear that the Lakers are really not gonna have that issue on rebounding this year.
Hope not. I really hope they
Because
don't.
sometimes last year what really bothered me
Out rebounded, bro.
Out
DeAndre
rebound-
Ayton had all his points came out of offensive rebounds.
right exactly
in that first round.
and they set it
Bullshit.
set his momentum for the rest of the playoffs because he dominated the rest
His
of the playoffs
ego until he Giannis.
until he got with Giannis. Yeah, exactly. It's because Giannis is on black Air Forces type of time.
Yeah, you
so
ain't gonna fuck with that.
You can't,
What do you expect from the Bucks this season, though? Because everybody's just writing them off because the Nets are gonna be healthy and whatnot. Or we're supposing they're gonna be healthy.
Nah, I don't. I think they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be in the Eastern Conference Finals. again. It's barring injury, of course. But
They lost B.J. Tucker though.
yeah,
He was a
but
crucial part of their start.
Where did he go?
He went to Florida, Miami.
Oh yeah, Heat.
He's in the Heat.
But I
So
don't.
that's another team. Like, dude, the Heat have
bro,
Kyrie Lowry,
PJ was only
PJ Tucker.
PJ was only the best.
Jimmy Butler.
The best thing that he plays on any team is the corner threes. That's
Nah, but his defense was on lock for the Bucks, dude.
bro. He's an undersized guy. His defense isn't on lock. He's like a fucking fly that bothers you. Because
Would you compare him to kind of like a Patrick Beverly in a way, or not?
I feel like Patrick
Where
Beverly
is he at?
Is he just got traded to Memphis, and then I think
Patrick Beverly.
they were gonna let him go, and then actually
Yeah,
the Lakers
exactly.
are gonna pick. LeBron has said that he don't mind picking him up.
Yeah, but I wonder.
All right,
who
I'm
was
gonna
actually
ask you
gonna
guys
take
this
him.
question now.
He's with the
And
Timberwolves.
this is regarding the Eastern Conference. Who's gonna have a better season? And I'm gonna give you guys 4 teams, and you guys give me an order. Or you guys just give me one team that you guys is gonna be better than the rest. But the Knicks, the Bulls, the Heat, and the Celtics. Who do you guys think is gonna be the top team between those 4 teams?
The Bulls.
the Knicks, the Bulls.
The Heat and the Celtics.
The Bulls.
I was
man.
gonna literally just ask you guys about the Bulls and the Knicks, but then I realized the Celtics are there, and this
Nah,
team's
the
there.
The Bulls got really good pickups, bro.
But they gotta figure it out.
Exactly.
You just got Alex
Celtics-
Caruso.
The Celtics already.
You got
have,
Lonzo
So do the
Ball.
Knicks.
You got
They already. That's a new group
Look,
coming
I
together.
think
but Knicks only got Kemba Walker,
I think the
right?
Bulls' best pickup.
was Lonzo. I
Yep,
think.
and
D-Rose.
I think he's the one that's gonna make it work the best. Like
You have Lonzo
Initially, I
Ball.
feel.
You have DeMar Rosen. You got Alex Caruso.
Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine, bro.
You have not Nikola Jokic, the other
Yeah,
guy,
but the
Nikola
The
Vucevic.
Celtics are still the Celtics. I mean,
Bro, the Bulls look pretty
I
stacked.
still got.
Because think
um,
about it. I mean, 3 of those
Jason
teams.
Tatum over DeMar
Mhm.
DeRozan.
3 of
all
those
day,
teams I
bro.
just mentioned are
That
all
guy's
in the
a
same
walking
division.
bucket.
The
And he can shoot from 3. DeMar DeRozan can't shoot from 3.
3 of those teams that I mentioned are in the same
and they got
division.
Schroeder, bro.
Who
So
did?
they're gonna play like 4
The
times
Bulls?
a year.
No,
The Celtics.
Oh shit. I mean, he's not a bad player. Shooting.
All right, so give me your answer. Who's gonna be the best team out of those?
I still
4?
think I would agree with you guys. The Bulls. I think it's the Bulls and the Celtics, and I only say the Bulls is because of Lonzo, his IQ and the
around
way-
that talent.
around that
Yeah.
talent and the way he's gonna make these guys better, and obviously he's also gotten better with his shot. But I it's gonna be very close between them and the Celtics because Jason Tatum's looking like a
Nah, but Jason Tatum could drop
Yeah,
50
but the
on
Bulls-
you.
bro.
If I'm not mistaken, besides they don't really have 3-point shooting like that.
No.
No, look it up. They got that white boy, Markkanen.
He's a 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Vucevic can shoot from the 3.
Yeah, bro, and that dude was on the Lakers before too.
Nah,
Vucevic,
nah.
or is it
That's the guy that came out of the Orlando. That
Oh,
used to be
okay.
their
I'm
big for
talking
Orlando.
about the dude that. Oh, never mind. He's still in the Pistons and the guy that the Lakers traded like a year ago. That was a 3-point shooter, like a 2 or a 3.
I remember who you're talking about, but I can't.
He was on.
think about
I
his
think he
name.
got traded to the Pistons, but I thought he went to the Bulls after.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Ben Simmons and the Sixers? That he's saying he's not gonna go to training camp and all that.
He's busting to James Harden, and
Yep.
In
He's
this
trying to
forcing
force a
hand,
move. Yeah.
but this is the thing in this day and age, players have the ability to do that more.
And the thing is that he's only chosen 3 teams he wants to go to.
Nikola Vucevic, this guy.
That's what makes the trade harder is that he only wants to go to the Lakers, the Warriors, or the Clippers. I mean, the one that kind of makes sense would be the Warriors, just because they have enough shooters where he would be a plug-and play. If the Warriors wanted to take him,
I disagree.
but then
with
it's
that.
like, who would they give up for him?
Because the Warriors still need you to shoot to spread the floor to get the system is conducive that everybody can shoot on the Warriors. So if you trade anybody that for a guy that's not known to shoot, you're hurting your own system. If you're trying to pick up Ben Simmons in that system, that's why I wouldn't agree with you with
Yeah, because
saying
you're putting a weakness. in it.
yeah, dude, it's the weakest link. But down, the Clippers would be a good fit just because
Why?
you're not
I
gonna
thi-
ask them to shoot. You're gonna be
I feel like that would be a horrible pickup for them.
nah, because you're just telling him run the team. We don't need you to shoot. You got Paul George and Kawhi. You can have,
That'd be a big 3 right there.
exactly,
basically.
bro.
Like Ben Simmons' IQ is high as fuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
He's a mini LeBron, and the only thing why LeBron doesn't get the BS anymore because LeBron when he was at the Cleveland, he had
When
this
he came back to
game.
Cleveland, yeah.
No, before he left Miami, he had a game where he lost to the Celtics, their big three, but he had a 40 game, like he was like damn near didn't miss, like he was just shooting like crazy, and it was like, oh shit, LeBron's not a great shooter, but he's good enough to be, you know what I'm saying? And Ben Simmons just doesn't have that. And then the way that he choked in the playoffs this last year,
He didn't even score points.
and then the way that Doc Rivers and the team, it's a lot of bad static that I think, I don't know. I feel like I personally feel
the
like
other trade that makes sense, but I know he doesn't want to go there, is to the Portland Trailblazers.
and that's what I was gonna say right now. It's funny you said that. I think that's a good fit for him because.
But he doesn't want to go to Portland.
But to me, I would say the Portland needs to trade. I would say
They have to give up Lillard.
Nah, that's what I would say. Don't do. I would say give up everything else.
McCollum?
But nah, that's what I'm saying. You
CJ
gotta
McCollum?
keep those two guys and then break up everything else and figure it out after, because I feel like if you have those two playmakers or those two shooters, it will help Ben Simmons still be, that playmaker. But I don't think that's a fair trade to give up Damian Lillard for Ben Simmons. You're losing. Come on, that's a all-star for sure. And he just doesn't get his all-star ballots because he's in Portland. But Damian Lillard is like one of the most clutch players in the NBA, I would say.
He's a walking bucket.
Yeah, bro. And then you go from Damian Lillard, that's a walking bucket, to a brick city, or even a no pass, a no shoot. Like, I think the best thing would be the Clippers. They even said the Nets, but that's a stupid trade to me too. Then give up Kyrie for Ben Simmons. Another team that I think
it would help them financially.
would it? I feel like they're good over there. They're paying a little bit in luxury tax, but they figured it out because they got the three pieces already. It's not like you need more, and they still managed to bring guys in this offseason and shit. So, only person they lost was DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, they wanted him out. I mean, it seemed like James Harden and Kyrie didn't want him anymore. He couldn't catch lobs anymore. That's what has me worried about him for the Lakers. Well, it just doesn't seem like he has the springs under him anymore.
We'll see.
So
it all depends on how many minutes they give him and how they set up the play for him.
And not only that, but it all depends if he comes in shape. If he comes in physically fit and formed to, like, because that's like easy buckets that, bro, I've seen the highlights. If you look up the highlights of Kyrie, like, yelling at him after, he's like, because it's like a alley-oop, easy, and he just, he bricked a dunk. Just bounces off the back of the iron and goes the other way, and then fast break for the other team. And he looked like he was feeling like, damn, like, what the hell's wrong with me? But to me, it's just interesting to see somebody that has a similar body frame to JaVale McGee. And JaVale McGee used to be a Shaq and a Fool guy that just always had low lights, never had highlights. And then little by little, he just stayed consistent, stayed in shape. Went to
the Warriors.
The Warriors bounced back after that championship, and then the Lakers picked him up, and he's been doing good ever since.
Yep.
So I feel like DeAndre Jordan needs to get in basketball shape, get in better basketball shape to really.
Where's the Marcus Cousins right now?
He's a free agent.
Wasn't he with the Clippers?
He was, but he's a free agent right now.
It's an option for the Knicks, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Pacers. We'll see where he lands. But y'all, what did y'all think of UFC 266?
It was a good card, a good fight card.
What was your favorite fight?
I would say the main event.
Main event.
Main event was very.
It was a war.
It was a war up and down.
They gave each other their best, both of them.
I gotta give the champ props, bro. He has a determination and a will and it's kind of intimidating to see him walk forward like how he does, and then the way that he left Brian, and then it's also intimidating to see that he was almost gonna get choked out, and he's stayed composed. And
All right, I'm gonna ask you guys a question.
Ask me a question, bro. Come
Since
on.
we're talking about the main event, and I feel like between the main and the co-main, there were two good fights. Obviously,
The co-main was
two
the girls, right?
yeah, there's two different outcomes, if you will. And I want to ask you guys this: would you guys rather have a champion that gives you the type of fights like Volkanovski gave you, where it's like wars, you could say, because his 3 fights that he's had, including the championships, have been wars. 2 with Max Holloway, and now this one with Brian Ortega. Or would you rather want a champion that's like finishing his opponents,
Define finishing.
knocking them out, submitting them, TKO, ground and pound, like cause
Finishing the fight before getting to the 5th round. That's what he's asking.
finishing it, literally finishing it.
Not leaving it up to the refs
Well,
at the 5th round.
In my opinion, I feel like Valentina should be finishing her fights sooner, just because of the caliber of fighters against her.
But you're not answering my question. My question, we're talking about is a champion
Every
in general.
every
what are you
champion
gonna-
is different.
What are you
though,
gonna?
bro.
What would you prefer though? A champion's gonna give you like
What are you
wars,
gonna watch?
25-minute wars,
every
or
champion,
knockouts?
Every champion is different, though. That's why I can't really give you a definite answer on that one, because
But what do you prefer? So if you're just telling me Valentina should be knocking them out sooner, so you're telling me you want that,
but
or do you want a
because of the
5
caliber
round?
of fighters that she's
You want a
fighting.
5-round war though.
That's because of the caliber
But
of fighters she's fighting.
she's finishing her opponents though.
Yeah, but it's
be
like
different- it'd
you're
be
that
different.
good, and you're. It's almost, to me, it felt like the UFC. Even the UFC kind of tells her like, just make it entertaining.
Nah, for
I
example,
feel
with
like,
this girl,
because it's like, bro, you have Murphy.
with
back-
Murphy, I feel like Murphy was talking a lot of shit, and she gave her punishment.
Exactly. So it's
I don't
like
think
that.
it's the UFC telling her
but
anything. She had that one fight against remember Jennifer Maia when she fought her, Manny? Like how everybody was like, how is she gonna do up against like, bro, she held her own against her. You know what I mean? She and even though it went to a decision in that fight, it was a very entertaining fight because Jennifer Maia was giving her all to try to like submit her and do all that, but it wasn't enough. And that's why my question is, what do you prefer when you pay for a pay-per-view?
Because
What do you prefer? Do you want to see a finish or do you want to see a war?
like it depends on the setup of the fight too. Was it a lot of shit talking before? Was it not? Like, was it cordial? Was it disrespectful? Because that's what like goes into the fight being if it's gonna be a war, if it's just gonna be another title defense.
Manny, can you ask my question?
You answer your own question. What you want?
The majority
I'm
of,
asking
I
you
would- I would
first. I wanna
say
know-
that
I
the
wanna know my
majority of people, if you're talking about casuals, would prefer knockouts. That's usually the clips that you use to sell a fighter. It promotes it better. You see a knockout, you see a submission really quick. Those are the things that get you sold faster. A lot of people, I would say this too, they don't like Volkanovski because they say he's boring.
I would disagree.
All right.
I wouldn't say he's boring, but he hasn't finished anyone yet.
I think he has a.
But
the
I wouldn't
to
say
the-
I wouldn't say
to-
he's boring though. I would not say that at all.
But
I
see,
think he has a
you're not
capability of
looking at-
finishing people. I think he could have
Once
finished
again,
Joshua.
If you
I mean,
heard what I said,
what's his name?
to a
Ortega?
casual,
Yeah.
I'm not
He
talking
for sure
about
could've
to
finished
someone
his
that
ass.
loves the sport and watches it the way you do.
No, I know, but
Because-
I just want to clarify that on my end because I was saying that he hasn't finished anybody, but I'm not saying he's a boring fighter.
Yeah, but that you're not a casual,
All right.
you know. So and I'm saying as like
All right, so as Manny the fan, what do you prefer?
I prefer either one, man. I'm like your brother, bro. I can't choose
It's like
one.
styles make
because-
fights, right?
Exactly.
I was waiting to somebody to say that, bro.
because it's like if I'm watching Ngannou, I want to see a knockout.
Thank you, bro.
You know, because
Thank
it's
you.
Ngannou.
You know it's Ngannou. You know it's expected.
Like, that's what I want to see.
But this is where I would say Valentina to me has a power to knock out a person like Murphy. But maybe
She
you're
did,
right,
though.
Mauricio, and the shit talking was, I'm going to just beat you up the whole fight. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna make you suffer.
I'm gonna make you suffer
let me-
because
let me
I know
give
I
you-
can knock you out, but I'm gonna just beat you up for the fight for
Because
talking
also
shit.
too,
So maybe Mauricio, you have a point right there. But
because
I think,
also too, you got to remember like when she turned it up, you know.
right, and I
Because
would.
the whole time she was just calm and collective, and then once she clocked her,
And she saw
was like-
that she was
I
she
gotta-
just went.
I gotta
after
always
her.
go back to Mauricio. You always use this, and it's true, bro. But styles make fights because even watching the highlights of Gaston and Izzy, it said that was his toughest fight, right? But then to see how Izzy reacts to getting jabbed a few times, to getting a few, and then how he starts fighting back. Oh shit, that style, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But this, I gotta give the champ a lot of respect because he was walking through a lot of punches that Ortega was giving him, and I don't know now.
The three biggest highlights from that is the submissions. I mean, to get out of those submissions, majority of people don't get out of them.
For sure, and I think if Ortega would have went for that sooner in the fight, he probably would have got him.
At the
Because
same time,
I think he was depleted of energy by the time he went for those.
at the same
he was
time,
beat
bro,
up, bro.
I felt like he just didn't have strength to do it.
That's what I'm saying, because by the time he went for those submissions, he was already beat up.
Nah, man, but
He was.
it's just Volkanovski. I don't know. At least to me, he looks like his strength endures more, bro.
No, he's a different
Like,
beast, bro.
he-
All right, well, let me give you guys some background about Volkanovski. This guy,
215,
He was in rugby.
206, down near 300 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
No, bro.
He
I saw
lost
it.
weight.
It's
Yeah,
tripping, bro. I saw it on there.
He
It
was
said
big, bro.
215, bro.
He was big.
I saw it on the embedded. It
I
said
saw-
he used to be a rugby player, 215 to almost 300. Where's
I've seen stuff where he was 250 at some point, bro.
Well,
Yes, bro.
Who's to say?
UFC posted it 215 was his highest weight. That
Because I've seen it. I was seeing. I remember the UFC countdown when it was his.
Maybe he got
when it
fat
was-
after he retired from
when it was
UFC
his initial
rugby
one.
playing and shit.
And bro, so I feel like his cardio and all that stuff is just he's a different animal, man. And
And you know what I also like about him? How he's like, anybody could do what I'm doing. It's just hard work and dedication. I fuck
up.
with that
Discipline.
discipline. The fact that he says that and the fact that he keeps pushing that narrative because, yo, like, he's right. And he said it on the ring. I'm just like you guys. But I stuck to something and I'm being persistent and I'm after it. And I liked how he called him out. He's like, I'm just more professional. You know, I know what I'm trying to do here, and I'm here for what. And then to me, going into that, I also feel like Cortez might have been a distraction for Ortega, just in the way that I didn't see. Okay, against the Korean Zombie, it was like this guy's gotten so much better, and then it almost felt like the first. Correct me if I'm wrong. The first few exchanges in this fight, the way that his head was going back, I felt like, oh shit, it's gonna be a long fight like Max Holloway all over again. Cause
here's the thing.
his hands are better than Alex's hands are better than Ortega's. I would, in my opinion, bro.
mhm.
I would say that
agree.
Ortega,
And he got more
Ortega
power.
takes too many hits to the face.
Yeah.
This is before the ground and pound.
He don't have no head movement.
Yeah.
Not good enough head
No,
movement.
no. Because in the earlier rounds, he took a lot of hits to the face before his face getting really demolished.
Yeah,
Like, he took way too many
a
hits,
lot
dude.
that I was like, híjole.
Yeah, he was eating them. Yeah, he was eating them. And then when you get to the ground and pound, like, that's just something else. The other thing is, like, at the end of the third round, it almost looks like Herb Dean's about to stop it early.
Yes, bro. Well, the doctors looked like they were gonna stop it.
Well, he
because
stayed on the floor, man.
Oh yeah. When
He was literally on his back.
nah,
for like
he was
a
tired,
good
But he was
bro.
on his
seconds
corner,
afterwards.
though. He was on his corner,
He
though.
was tired.
Yeah, he was in his corner, and then they pick his ass up and put him on the stool.
Oh, that shit was funny.
He was tired, bro. Nah,
Without
it's
that
'cause-
doubt.
and that's the thing.
And
It's
even
the
here,
relentless-
even his corner, and like starting in the fifth round, before starting the fifth round, they're like, "Do we end the fight?" And you just hear him, "Denme confianza, way." Like,
Yeah,
bro, like that, like they were scared. For
Nah,
him,
he didn't.
bro.
It wasn't his corner. He told that to. He one of the medics came up to him
And he told
and
them
he told
that.
the medic that because the medic was Hispanic. Because he asked him, "Are you sure you're good?" And then he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Denme confianza, way." But yeah, but just to answer my question for you guys, I would rather see a 5-round war, just to put it out there for you guys. Just
over
because-
knockouts.
because once you have a knockout, it's definitive and it's over. But when you have a 5-round back and forth battle and then you get a decision and it's like some bullshit decision sometimes, or it's like, okay, we can give it to that person, but they're gonna run that shit back. then you get a storyline behind it as well, like a bigger storyline. So let me give you an example. For example, the first Volkanovski fight with Max Holloway, they had to run it back. And for me, they still need to run that shit back. You know what I mean? A third time, because it's like close as fuck
that
still.
was the reason I wanted Ortega to win.
Brandon Moreno versus Davison Figueiredo, 5-round war.
Bro,
What would happen in the second round? In the second one, Brandon Moreno then came and knocked him out.
after watching what he did to Brian Ortega, bro, I think the champ is the greatest featherweight champ we've had in a long time.
I'm not even gonna dispute that, just because Conor never defended.
True, but
Conor has never defended any of his.
what do you
belts.
feel about this? What this whole that Conor was talking shit, and now
Conor's
the
gonna
champ
entertain
fucking
as much shit
yes,
because he
but
wants to come back and have a fucking fight that's gonna sell.
yes, and that's dope. But the thing is, like I've said earlier, bro, I said this after in prior fight and prior podcast Sports Waves about Conor, about him going back down to featherweight, and you guys are like, nah,
Well,
he's too older now.
Volkanovski said that he would fight him at 155.
Exactly. I'll meet you up there then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's at 145 right here, right?
Yes.
155. I think that would be a dope ass fight, bro.
Yeah.
I think now that fight right there is that thing where we're going back about styles, make fights, right? And it's one knockout power, and the other guy has war.
That'd be a 5-round war.
That would be a 5-round war, bro.
Most likely.
And
Unless Conor fucking just
what's the height difference?
significant.
Is it?
I mean, I would say it's similar to what we just saw this weekend.
Bro, but even if it was, bro, like the fact that this guy used to be 230, let's just say 230 before, right? I think he has a lot of power to sit Conor down.
Volkanovski's 5'6" and Conor's 5'10".
Really?
Yeah.
4-inch
Connor's-
difference.
5'9",
Conor's
5'10".
my height.
Bro, I gotta give I didn't like the champ when he fought Max. The first 2 times I thought that Max won the fights, right? But now that I'm watching this fight, I watched this fight on Saturday. I've watched it again. And then to see, I've rewatched the Max Holloway fights. He's just so smart with the leg kicks, yo.
Yeah, he chops at him.
He chops at them, and then you won't be able to plant by them by the second, third round already.
To me, man, when it comes to leg kicks, it's just whoever throws them first.
Right, but he's gonna make it a stamp that I'm throwing him first.
But against Holloway, he really that
threw-
was his move.
That was his move, bro, because
Yeah.
it was because of the hand speed of Max Holloway.
To run
Then
the
you won't
volume.
have no more hand speed if you can't plant to throw that jab or that straight or that hook or anything for that matter, bro.
Because he didn't use those leg kicks against Ortega.
Yeah, he did. Ortega was checking him, though.
He checked a few of them,
Ortega was
but
checking him.
he still kept.
Nah, but he didn't chop the same way he was chopping.
Because
at
you're getting
Holloway.
checked. When you start getting your leg checked, that shit hurts, bro.
Right,
You're
but
hitting
I
shin
st-
on shin,
but
bro.
look
It's
right here,
dangerous to do
but
that.
I
That's
just
that's how
one
Chris
right-
Weidman got
look.
his shit fucked up.
Look, I'm watching it right now. He still was catching him when he was like on the inside, and then you see Ortega like switch stance and then be like. But then that's what also was, to me, it's so interesting that he's so good at that because it opens up. And then if you play UFC, bro, just play UFC. And you start doing that, it'll open up the fighters upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what happened here, bro.
What difficulty we talking about, though?
Any difficulty, bro. Just start kicking. You're playing against a
Nah,
computer, bro.
I played on the legendary one. They start checking that shit, and then your shit gets fucked up. I was doing
I'm
it.
playing on legendary too, and I've yesterday I played this rematch, the main event rematch. I played. You guys seen it the day after I played it, and the first fight I won because I was so aggressive, and then the once I started slowing it down, it was like I'm trying to kick him and he's checking the legs. And then boom, like bomb, like his just legs just start giving out, and then it was like he started beating me up. So it's like just kicking him, and then you open it up. But I feel like the champ also has a hell of a chin, because he got staggered in the first or second round. Never again.
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing that sucks about a pretty boy like Ortega too is that pretty boys, when you get touched up, bro, it's evident. You know, Cortez is over there cleaning some wounds right now.
Yeah, his face got disfigured.
You guys think that he feels that was a distraction? Because he went into this, before this fight, he wasn't with her, and it was at the beginning of this whole camp and all that they got together, from what it seems on social media. Do you guys think that she was somewhat of a distraction towards him?
No.
No,
I don't think so either. If he would have gotten finished or some shit, I would have thought so.
bro, he could have got finished. That's another thing where I feel like the
Here's
UFC's
what I
they don't have nothing big coming up, and this is like
here's what I'll tell you, bro. If you would have watched The Ultimate Fighter,
I know I watched it.
or if you seen that, you would know that they had seen each other's style for a very long time, and that's what made this a great fight. Is that the build up to it? They knew already how they fight and how they were, because you're seeing each other train other people. You're seeing the way you move, what you do. So it's like it had for me. It has nothing to do with Cortez. It's just the fact that a person.
I think Cortez had to do with it, bro. Like it just. I feel like it's a distraction. You're just think about it. You're jumping into a whole new relationship, and you're going into a title fight.
But she's a fighter too, so she understands.
So probably that's why he felt like it was okay. Let me mess with her. She's gonna be more understanding than somebody that's a regular girl, right? But to me, it's like it's still a distracting of in itself, because you're going on a mission, but you're getting sidetracked with the punani.
I don't think so though.
That's just my
A
observation.
lot of fighters that I've heard too abstain from having from even having sex during fight week.
Well, it's not. I'm not talking about the sex. I'm talking about the woman being a distraction. Period. Taking up
like her presence around him.
No, her like the real estate she takes up in your mind, bro. That's women, especially if she's your girlfriend, she's living rent free in your head.
And it depends how much you allow it.
True, but
And you're at
coming off with a loss to me.
And you're at the beginning of the relationship.
Exactly.
I don't even feel like you have that much.
No, bro. In the beginning of a relationship, to me, especially if it's like physical attraction, which is what they seem, because they're all lovey-dovey PDA, is you have a lot of real estate in their mind. That's why it's so PDA.
Kind of like you said earlier, bro. It depends on the person.
I mean, from what I'm seeing, and then he lost, and then the other dude over here is a family man, married. He's more centered. You know what I'm saying? On the one, you're centered. Ya estás centrado, los pies sobre la tierra. El otro estás enamorado en las nubes. Tell me where it's at. I'm just saying. But
Good observation.
what about the Diaz Lawler fight? What do you guys think about that?
Diaz looked horrible.
Yep.
Too soon.
They were too slow.
What did I tell you guys? 6 years off, and Robbie Lawler's been jumping around. He's coming off of losses, but he's coming off of wars. You know what I'm saying? He's coming off of good fights against Ben Askren. I don't think he lost that fight.
He did.
I don't think so. He said thumbs up.
No, but on the record he did.
Yeah, but in my thing, he's like he got choked out. Wasn't it TKO or something like that?
Yeah, it was a submission.
But I think he said he was all right. But Herb Dean was a bad judgment call. But
it's because his hand literally goes.
He went limb a little bit, but at the same time, it was still he went limb and then he said, "Oh, I'm good." But I think Diaz is, like I told you guys on Saturday, is a gatekeeper. Both of the Diaz brothers, for that matter. I think Nick Diaz could still bounce back with a longer training camp for a fight, because I think 6 weeks was. I feel, and he said it a lot in his
Post interview.
No, in his in like any interview before the fight. He had a lot of pressure coming into this fight, a lot of stress, a lot of things that, a lot of has changed since the 6 years that he's been out, right? So it showed, and
He was very slow.
very, very slow, bro. And it even took him a while to get acclimated to the ring for the first round. Like, what do you think, Mauricio?
Well, first of all, this was supposed to be a fight at 170, and then
It went to 85.
It went to 185. So first of all, I think
He couldn't drop the weight, bro.
One of two things. He couldn't drop. I don't think that he couldn't. I think he didn't want to. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think he wanted to.
I think it was a paper grab.
Because we look at, I've seen other like just figures of him in the last year of him like working out, and he was in tip top shape. And I think that coming into this fight, something that I heard him say a lot was he didn't understand why he was being matched up with Robbie again. You know, so something that he also said at the media day interview with the UFC and everything like that was he said, if I lose, especially if I get beat up, I'm coming back fast. I'm gonna want to fight again immediately. So maybe he needed to go out there and get his ass whooped. Maybe he already knew this is probably gonna happen.
Bro, how do you start the fight with a spinning high kick?
I mean, he was
slow.
Slow as fuck. He
he
could have got knocked out, bro.
he was trying to beat Connor, bro.
Bro, and then you go into a duck, could have got, man, it was just bad, bro. Like the slowest. And then you just go into the fence and put your guard up and just take punishment.
Yeah, he was taking a lot of body shots.
And then that's the thing, when he got that kick to the gut, that hurt him. That gut kick to the liver, Robbie Lawler's fat toe went into that part of whatever, into a rib, whatever, but that hurt him. You could see his grin like, oh, you
Yeah,
got me
dug in.
good. And then after his nail cut it. Then those leg kicks that Robbie Lawler was getting him with gave him a hematoma on his shin.
30. Yeah, it was bad.
To me, Robbie Lawler is just a better physical shape for a 39-year-old, and yeah, 1 year on him. But he's been fighting actively longer, and the 6 years just hurt him, bro. Like, I think this guy should just go into coaching. Because Nate Diaz,
I think we'll see Nick Diaz fight again, probably even this year.
he
I'm
should
crazy.
rematch it with George.
No, Nick.
What if you just have the brothers fight it out?
Ooh.
That'd be crazy. Jessica Andrade got a knockout in the round 1 as well against Cynthia Calvillo. And then Dan Herker won also earlier in the preliminary card.
They put him
Marlon
in the...
Moraes got knocked the fuck out by Marab. The
Hey,
guy
what
that
happened
Obeid
to
was telling
him?
you about.
He dropped a lot. He's like on
Now
a
he
four.
was a former champion. Now he's nothing.
He lost to Peter Yon, right?
Yes. I believe so.
What's the next UFC card coming after this? 267.
Well, that's where we just lost Sterling.
The Sterling. And then I read something that he said it's not an injury. What is it? Or is it an
pulled
injury?
out.
He posted it on Instagram. I seen.
How's your man Sterling?
Yeah.
He pulled out.
Pause.
Yeah, because I heard that Sterling pulled from the UFC title fight due to injury. That's from ESPN right there, 13 hours ago. It says according to sources, Sterling was denied medical clearance by doctors for the 5-round fight. The UFC has not announced an official change to the card, but is discussing the creation of an interim title in Sterling's absence. Per sources, the UFC event will still take place on October 30th in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. So yeah, that's according to it right now. There's gonna probably be an interim title. But the next one would be also the main. That was gonna be the co-main event. I think they should put Jose Aldo against with Peter Yon.
Híjole, again?
Yeah, he's been winning.
Yeah, but he looked bad against Peter Yan last time.
He did, but
Very old, like Murphy.
he's been looking
Nah,
better.
that was
since then.
worse, bro.
But you see what I'm saying? That's how bad
Bro,
Murphy
he
looked.
literally 5th round was just him covering his head, bro. And me just saying, "Stop the fight already! Stop the fight!"
Oh, I mean, unless they give it shit, that would be actually a crazy fight. TJ Dillashaw versus Peter Yon, 1 versus 2. That would be actually really good. Cause I don't think they give it to Corey Sandhagen after he lost to TJ Dillashaw. Damn, TJ. I think TJ might step into that shit, bro. Try to get his belt back.
Nah, what about Cody?
Bro, Cody's not even in that division anymore, bro.
Nah, he moved up.
He moved down, motherfucker.
Oh shit, sorry.
He's
sorry,
still ranked.
motherfucker.
He's still ranked number 7, but nah, that fool's been losing like wildfire. So yeah, I would say TJ Dillashaw is gonna probably fight for an interim title. October 30th, co-main event in United Arab Emirates, UFC 267. The main event, Jan Blachowicz versus Glover Teixeira. Older Glover Teixeira right here trying to make one more run for this title. You think Jan knocks him out? See the age difference. 38 versus 41. Height 6'2". Both are 6'2".
When is that in
The reach
October?
difference is 2 inches for Jan. Yeah. October 30th, UFC 267.
Damn, it's until the 30th. What's in between those? No fight nights.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, but I was going to the next like pay-per-view, like the next like title fight.
That's what I'm
But-
saying. Was
From here to then,
Are we only doing one pay-per-view per month now?
that's been like that.
Yeah.
The next pay-per-view. I mean, not the pay-per-view, but the next fight night is this week, which is gonna be Thiago Santos versus Johnny Walker. I'm expecting
Johnny Walker is that Brazilian, right?
Yeah, they're both Brazilian. I'm expecting Thiago Santos to knock him out, like badly. And then we have another fight with Kevin Holland fighting in the co-main event versus Kyle Dacus.
That's next week.
Yep. And then we have Alex Oliveira versus Nico Price. That's gonna be a good fight. What else? Anything on the preliminary card? Oh, what's her name?
Well, how did Dan Hooker drop all the way down to the prelims?
I mean, that's what happens when you have a loss. You either go to the prelims or you go to a fight night.
That's fucked up.
Valentina's sister's gonna be fighting on the prelims of this next UFC
She's
fight
not
night.
as good.
Antonia. Yeah, and then after that we're
Look
gonna
at that.
have. I want to see. There's another one coming up that's gonna be good. Oh, Paul Costa versus Marvin Tory. That's on October 23rd.
No
Trash.
me queda más.
That's when Moutinho fights again. You guys remember Chris Moutinho? The guy that took the punishment versus Sean O'Malley?
Zombie.
Yeah, Chris Moutinho. He's gonna be fighting that day.
Isn't Yoel Rodriguez fighting
Holloway. Yair Rodriguez versus Holloway on
When is-
Saturday, November 13th.
268?
Saturday, it's a UFC fight night. 268 is Saturday, November 6th, Madison Square Garden. Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington.
And then Chandler's in that fight too.
Co-main
right?
event is Rose Namajunas versus Wei Zhang Wang.
I thought
They're gonna
Chandler
run
was
it
gonna
back
fight
again?
And then they're
Her
just
first title defense is against a former champ.
they're running it back, bro. She just beat her.
Damn. That's what I'm saying. Her first
that.
title
Forgot
defense.
she knocked her out.
Yeah,
I'm saying her first title defense is against the person she just beat.
See
it's not her first time she does that. Whenever she beat Rose, she ran it back with Rose, and she beat Rose again. But yeah, Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler.
But that was in China.
Huh? What'd you say?
But that was in China.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't Wailing?
No.
Where's that in Brazil?
Rose Namajunas beat Joanna, then ran it back with Joanna. Whenever it was in China was when Jessica Andrade lost to Weili Zhang. That's when that was. And then when
that's when Andrade beat Rose in Brazil, right?
yeah, when she dropped on her
Correct.
neck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
that's-
You're right.
And then yeah, Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler on that one. We're also gonna have Sean Strickler versus Luke Rockhold, and Frankie Edgar versus Marlon Vera. Man, that's gonna be a good ass card. So the prelims look like ass so far. And then UFC 269 to end the year: Amanda Nunes versus Julia Pena, and Brandon Moreno versus Davidson Figueiredo 3.
What?
Yup. All right, Byron. I want to ask you this because we didn't ask you this real quick though. What would you rather see, a knockout or a 5-round war?
5-round roar.
Right. Cool. And but just so you know, it's UFC 269 Saturday, December 11th, guys. That's gonna be in Vegas. Would you guys want to go see Brandon
Let's
Moreno
go. Yeah.
defend his title?
Yeah.
That's gonna be the next Vegas fight.
Against Figueroa.
October?
Again, Figueiredo, and then the main event is Amanda Nunes versus Julia Pena.
Ooh.
¿Cuánto vale?
Ajá, pues, pero
Hope
hey,
I
yo,
have
if
both of
y'all listening to this, go fund me. No, just kidding.
For real. Start a GoFundMe for us. So we can get some content for ya.
Nah, bro.
Pasen buenas noches.
Buenas noches, muchas gracias.
Me voy a cagar.
That bad again.
Sick ass, fool.
What was the new one we were gonna start using?
I forgot. Your mom used it on Saturday.
Shit, that bad again. But
Gotta come back to that.
peace out, y'all.
Peace.